How's it going, guys? Welcome back into my YouTube channel. This is Terahdra, letting you guys know how to get access to that super cheaty park that you see me use all the time called the Paradox Plaza. If you notice when you first log into City Skylines, over here on the right hand side, it's going to tell you if you log in or create a Paradox account, you'll receive the Paradox Plaza for free. Now you're going to wonder, what is the Paradox Plaza and how does it work? So I'm gonna go on ahead and log in again to get my account linked up, and I'm gonna show you this amazing park. I'm gonna load up a city that we have here, one that we've been working on for a while. This is Auburn Mist, and we're gonna use this as a catalyst to show you the reason why you wanna use this park. Now, I'm a big fan of function over form. If you don't know what that means I want things to work and I want things to make sense more than I want it to look pretty. I've been making a pivot lately to make things more pretty in an attempt to try to build more beautiful cities. You can kind of see this with this build right here. But I'm gonna take it one step further and show you the advantageous nature of these parks. So let's use this residential zone here as an example. This is a residential area that I've built. Don't pay attention to the way it's blown out. I actually have to run a visual mod in order to turn this down. I'm just gonna show this to you as logic perceives. So we're gonna use this area over here more as an example. We're gonna delete this part here. Rest in peace, these guys' houses. Eminent domain is in effect. We're gonna go to the park menu. Now, you notice I got Paradox Plazas everywhere. I'm gonna show you real quick and do some math to prove to you how efficient these parks are. So this is a small park, okay? For all intents and purposes, let's open up Excel. We're gonna open up a blank workbook and we're gonna do some math. So small park, we're gonna have name, tiles, price, upkeep. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow us to show you how much it is per square, cost, and how much it is per square upkeep. And we're just some real quick equals this divided by that. This is going to be equals this divided by that. Now this is going to be per week, obviously. Let me if error these because that bothers me more than anything else. 0. I'm gonna do the same thing here. If error. And then there. I'm gonna bring these down. We're gonna do a few parks to show as an example, and we're gonna make sure that we have everything beautiful. Let's go back into cities. So the small park, it says it's small, but look how ginormous it is. We're gonna count the tiles over here to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9 tiles by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a 9 by 8. Okay, 9 times 8 is 72. So this park is 72 tiles. It is $1,000 with $8 upkeep. Okay, $1,000, $8 upkeep. That makes it $14 a square and 10 cents a square upkeep. Okay. Now here's the radius. Maybe we should put a radius here as well. Let's do radius. And this is just going to be a rough guess on the radius. You guys can eyeball it with me. So you see how large the circle is? Now these blocks that I have here, these tiles are $2,000 road. So we're going to call that 4,000 by 4,000 because it almost encapsulates 2 sections of road. So 4,000 by 4,000 is what I'm going to say. So 4K by 4K circle. That's your small park. Here is a small playground. Now this is a 5 by 5. It costs $1,250 and $24 a week. Small playground, 25, $1,250 and 24. Okay, the radius here is the same. It's 4K by 4K. So already you're starting to see that there's an efficiency problem here. This small playground is more expensive and a higher upkeep than the small park is, but it's smaller. You see how the price, how the tile is much smaller? So that's something to take into consideration, because you want to maximize, if you're wanting to maximize your city size and your city density, you want to run with a small playground, because you'll maximize the amount of space you have to build more houses. One park, 72 tiles doesn't make that much of a difference, but when you put 100 of them in here, you're at 7,200 now, as opposed to 2,500 if you put 100 of these in here. That saves you 5,000 tiles that you can use for growing. You are going to be paying a little more money though, so make sure you use that to your advantage or disadvantage. Let's go pick another one. Let's do the Bouncy Castle Park. This is also 25. So Bouncy Castle Park. It is also 25 tiles. I need to make this larger, that way you guys can see the words. The price on that is $4,000 with $48 upkeep. Now, I know you guys are going to be saying, pay attention to the attractiveness and pay attention to the visitors and everything else. That doesn't make any difference in this game. The game doesn't care about that. This is the same radius. So we're going to say 4K by 4K again. Those don't make much difference at all. But if you notice, this is way more expensive. Now let's take that into consideration. So this has an entertainment of 125 and a visitor capacity of 150. This small playground has an entertainment of 100 and a visitor capacity of 75. So it's half as much, and that's fine. But that only matters for tourism and overall city attractiveness. You're gonna make your citizens happy with this park regardless of any of those other statistics. Because what parks mainly do in this game is it drives property value. It increases your land value, which makes the areas more apt to be livable, which increases the happiness of your citizens, which allows you to get level 5 houses. Now, this is saying to increase the value of the land. That's what you want to do. You want to have coverages of services, and you want to have parks. Here's where the Paradox Plaza becomes cheaper and more cheaty than anything else. Check out the stats on this bad boy. Paradox Plaza is currently a 25 tile park, 5x5, okay? So it's on par with the other ones. The price is only 1,000. See how it's only 1,000? And the upkeep is 16. So check that out. Here's the cost difference with this park per square and per upkeep cost. It's cheaper. Now you're probably gonna ask yourself, what is the coverage? What is the entertainment value? What is the amount of visitors? Because some people are particular about that. 150 visitors, 100 entertainment. It's almost rivaled by the Bouncy Park, 125 by 150. It's a little less entertaining, but it has the same visitor capacity, and it has cheaper cost, cheaper upkeep. This park is broken. This park is a valuable piece for anybody who wants to build a very functional city and city skylines. If you want a cheap, efficient way to put parks in your city, the Paradox Plaza, you can do this math equation for every park in the city if you want to. I think the coverage is still the same too. Yeah, it's still 4K by 4K. You can do that the same across the entire board, and I bet you, tile for tile, money for money, that this is going to be your cheaper option. The upkeep on the small park is very, very low, and the cost is very, very low, but those parks are giant. I would be comparing your 25 tile parks over any other ones, and I guarantee you this will win 100% of the time. So that's my way of showing you how to kind of bend and cheat city skylines in a certain way. Make sure you use the Paradox Plaza. Use them plentiful, use them liberally, and put them everywhere in your city that you want, because the citizens are gonna need them, they're gonna want them, and they're gonna enjoy them. I'm not advocating for you to sign up Paradox Interactive. You can do that on your own whim if you want, but realistically, you can't go wrong with this park. It's a freebie for just a little bit of effort, and you're gonna have a happy citizen every single time. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this tip or want any other tips, feel free to subscribe. Check me out on Twitch. I'm live with City Skylines at least twice a week on Fridays and Saturdays. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. I love your faces. Good night.